Good evening, everybody. Russ and the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well. Happy Saturday. Hope your weekend's going well. Hope you're having a lovely weekend. I hope you've got the curries ordered, or the Chinese takeaway, or pizza, or whatnot. And bringing a little bit of a update in terms of what's happened in the world of West Ham in the last 24 hours, and quite a bit has happened, as you can imagine. So, as I said, if you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe. We are less than 24 hours away from the clash at the London Stadium where we take on our West London rivals, Chelsea. I'll be doing a match day morning from outside before the England ladies kick off for the World Cup against Spain. So good luck to them. So let's go with the title, because that's what you ought to know about. Fabrizio Romano has given it the here we go. Fabrizio Romano has given it the here we go for Dino, for Konstantos Mavropanos. That's it. Konstantos Mavropanos. He is believed to be travelling to have a medical at West Ham tomorrow. The fee's been agreed, and he is apparently jetting his way in for the medical tomorrow. It's also been confirmed by Darmesh as well. The Greek international has, he's 25, he's London bound, and a fee of around 20 million euros has been agreed with Stuttgart for the Greek international defender. Fabrizio, where's his tweet? We know what he get. You're going to get his lovely little tweets. Here we go. Yeah, 20 million euros guaranteed fee, 5 million add-on package. 10% of that goes to Arsenal, because obviously he was on loan originally from Arsenal to Stuttgart before they made that deal permanent. Medical test booked, then time to sign the documents. Harry Maguire deal now definitely off. Here we go. Fantastic player, 6'4", big boy. Rusty B likes a big boy, and particularly with JWP's free kick. Woo! Set piece FC, here we come. But great news to get him in the door. As I said, he's a standout defender in the Bundesliga, and he just brings a bit more physicality to that back line, particularly with Oggy on the way out, so to speak, in terms of his old father time. I think he'll be a really, really, really good in terms of just squad options as well. Zuma will get injured. He can fit in there. Again, will be going to AFCON as well in January, so he'll be able to fill in from there as well. So we did a little video before, I think it was last week, all you need to know about Dino's, as his nickname is. So check that out, and you can find out all about him. As I said, 6'4", big boy. In terms of one out, actually, let's do this one first. It's sort of like a shit sandwich, really. Claret and Hugh reports that Sevilla have begun the chase for West Ham star Pablo Fornals, according to the Spanish media reports. Obviously, we originally signed him from Villarreal before joining West Ham in 2019. But whether he'll be keen on moving back to Spain needs to be seen. Sevilla understood to have sent scouts to the Premier League game against Bournemouth to assess the player, where he had quite a good game. He was recruited, obviously, under Manuel Pellegrini, and obviously Real Betis were linked with him before signing. I think they got Isco on a free transfer, so that sort of went a bit quiet. But Sevilla are the latest side to show interest in Pablo. He's 27, and although his season last year finished with a flourish, obviously, there was a bit of a dip in form last year, but he was a key component in sort of the run-in, particularly with the European success as well. So there might be frustration for Pablo as well. He's often deployed in the left wing, which isn't his position. Obviously, he played more centrally against Bournemouth and played a really good game. But will he do that again? Maybe with the with the uncertainty surrounding Paqueta, particularly. I think it'll be. I don't think it makes sense to sell him unless he wants to go. I don't think it makes sense selling him. You don't want a player to stay at the club if they don't want to be there. He's made no indications that he doesn't want to be here. But with the Paqueta thing, I think actually it's probably not worth it. But apparently Sevilla are sniffing around. Another player who made the headlines earlier this week. What crazy week it was. I think it was Tuesday in the crazy week, I think, was Lucas Fabianski, who did a lengthy interview for Channel Plus talking about being shocked at being dropped. Now, David Moyes has responded, and he's actually defended his handling of the goalkeeper dilemma after Lucas criticised him for being dropped against Bournemouth. I mean, Moyes' long-term plan has always been for Areola to inherit the number 1 jersey from the former Polish international Lucas Fabianski. He made Areola made that deal from initially a loan to a permanent deal last summer. And to be fair, Fabianski's form last season forced Areola to bide his time, even though, the veteran was 38 at the time. And obviously he signed a new year contract for this year. But Moyes has decided now it's time for the change. And we'll be doing our sort of predicted 11s tomorrow afternoon. But in the press conference yesterday, he was asked about that specifically in the embargo section. And he said, I'm not going to reply it too much. But what I will say is it was handled as well as we could do. We spoke with him, both me and the goalkeeper coach, and we explained ourselves. Lucas Fabianski has been so good, incredibly good over the years, and has earned his new contract from the games he played. I think Lucas played about 36 games last season. Our Fons played around 23, 24. We've got 2 number 1 goalkeepers. At the moment, I chose our Fons because I see it as the way forward and the future. So that is my decision. So, I know there was some criticism about the man management of that, but not this one. Not this one, in my opinion. Not saying other ones aren't his fault, but this one, the Fabianski one, isn't. I think he's done it in the best possible way, and it's for the benefit of the club. He could have stuck with Fabianski this year. He's a known quantity, particularly in a season which is Moyes' potentially last season at the club. Safe pair of hands, to pardon the pun. But no, he's made the decision to put Areola in, and arguably the better goalkeeper, but the younger goalkeeper, and one for the future for the next 4 or 5 years. I mean, Fabianski was number 1 since he signed in 2018 from Swansea. He's been number 1 ever since, bar injury. And hopefully with Areola, you could easily see him being number 1 for the next 4 or 5 years as well as Zuma being Zuma again, and hopefully now Dino being our centre backs for the next several years as well. So yeah, fair play, Moyes now. And that's it, my friends. Little short, sharp, and to the point. This is very unlike me. Have a nice rest of the day. Have a nice rest of the evening. Enjoy your curry. Enjoy your Chinese. Let me know in the comments below what you've got for your takeaway. It's Saturday night takeaway, isn't it? If you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe. Yesterday, we had Scott Minto on the channel talking about the game ahead. We had rumours galore. We had all the stuff about Lucas Paqueta as well. For our members, Anton and Holly did a preview show. And also we had the preview show from Rich, South Africa Rich, which is brilliant. So check that out. And we shall see you tomorrow for all the fun and the fair. That is West Ham versus Chelsea. Much love. Sweet dreams, everyone. One and all. Come on, you bloody irons.